Good day, everyone. My name is Shikaina Lexi Lampian, a first year nursing student at Jose Rizal Memorial State University main campus. And now I'm going to discuss to you about the primary nucleic acid structure. So let's proceed to nucleic acid structure. So nucleic acids are polymers in which the repeating units, the monomers, are nucleotides. The nucleotide units within a nucleic acid structure molecule are linked together or each other through sugar phosphate bonds. So nucleotides are related to nucleic acids in the same way that amino acids are related to proteins. So nucleotides, that's why it is related, like they are similar because nucleotides link together in a chain to form long strands of nucleic acids, which are the DNA and the RNA. And it is like similar to amino acids, which is amino acids joined together in a chain, also called a peptide, a polypeptide, to form proteins. So they're similar. This is the general structure of a nucleic acid in terms of nucleotide subunits. So the resulting molecular structure involves a chain of alternating sugar and a phosphate group with a base group protruding from the chain at regular intervals. So as you can see, there is a phosphate, a sugar, and a base. So phosphate links together the next chain. So that's going to be the bridge, like a bridge to connect or to form a chain. Okay, so let's proceed to the two types of nucleic acids. So there is two, and one is ribonucleic acids or the RNA. So RNA is a nucleotide polymer in which each of the monomers contains ribose, a phosphate group, and one of the heterocyclic base, adenine, cytosine, guanine, and uracil. Two changes to this definition generate the deoxyribonucleic acid definition. So deoxyribose replaces ribose, and thymine replaces uracil. Okay, and deoxyribonucleic acid or DNA is a nucleotide polymer in which each of the monomers contains their deoxyribose, a phosphate group, and one of the heterocyclic bases, adenine, cytosine, guanine, or thymine. But I will not delve into that topic because that will be discussed by my co-reporters. So this is the nucleic acid backbone. So I already mentioned that the nucleic acid is a chain of alternating sugar and phosphate groups. And this is the DNA backbone and the RNA backbone. So they differ in their sugar molecules. The alternating sugar phosphate chain in a nucleic acid structure is often called the nucleic acid backbone. This backbone is constant throughout the entire nucleic acid structure. For DNA molecules, the backbone consists of alternating phosphate and deoxyribose sugar units. For RNA molecules, the backbone consists of alternating phosphate and ribose sugar units. So the primary nucleic acid structure is the sequence in which nucleotides are linked together in a nucleic acid. Because the sugar phosphate backbone of a given nucleic acid does not vary, the primary structure of a nucleic acid depends only on the sequence of the base present. So it depends only on the sequence of bases because the bases encodes the genetic information which determines the molecule's biological pattern. Just as the order of the amino acid side chains determines the primary structure of a protein, the order of a nucleotide bases determine the primary structure of a nucleic acid.
So now let's proceed to the important points about nucleic acid structure.
So first is the nucleotide linkage via the sugar phosphate backbone. So nucleotides are connected to form a chain through the third and fifth phosphodiester bonds. Phosphate group links the fifth carbon of one of the sugar molecule to the third carbon of the next sugar molecule. Second is the directionality of a nucleotide chain. So the chain has two distinct ends, which is the 5' end, the end with the free phosphate group, attached to the fifth carbon of the sugar, and then the 3' end, the end with the free hydroxyl group, attached to the 3 carbon of the sugar. So the 5' end is like the start of the strand, which has the phosphate group, and then the 3' end is like the finish of the end, of course, with a free hydroxyl group. So it is important that nucleic acids are read and written from the 5' end to the 3' end, because when DNA is copied or any replication, the copying process only works by adding new building blocks to the 5' end, and then it ends with the 3' end. Third is the negative charge on the backbone. Each phosphate group in the backbone has a negative charge because of its structure. Originally, phosphoric acid has 3 hydroxyl groups. During the linkage, 2 hydroxyl groups are used to form the bonds, leaving 1 free hydroxyl group. This free group can release a hydrogen and make the structure acidic, giving nucleic acids their acidic properties. So this is the bases, this is actually the structure of a DNA. So these are the bases, which is the thymine, guanine, cytosine, adenine, and this is its deoxyribose and the phosphodiester linkage. Okay, let's move on to the parallels between primary nucleic acid structure and primary protein structure. So first is the backbone structure. Nucleic acids, which are the DNA, RNA, the backbone is made of repeating sugar phosphate units. This structure is the same in all nucleic acids. So proteins, on the other hand, the backbone consists of repeating units of amino acids connected by peptide bonds. Each amino acid has a common structure, but their R groups differ, so they have similarities. The nucleic acids differ in their bases, while proteins differ in their R groups. While the nucleic acid has its 5' end and 3' end, the protein has its terminal end and C-terminal end. So they differ in their bases and differ in R groups. Next is the variability. In nucleic acids, the variable part is the bases attached to the sugar, like adenine, thymine, cytosine, guanine in DNA, and adenine, uracil, cytosine, guanine in RNA. In proteins, the variable part is the R groups attached to the amino acids. This R group determines the protein's unique characteristic. Now let's proceed to the difference of DNA and RNA. But let's start first with the nucleic acid structure, which I already discussed, but I'm going to discuss again. So the nucleic acids are made of nucleotides which have 3 main parts. Phosphate group forms part of the backbone. Sugar connects to the phosphate and base, and the base, the part that varies and stores genetic information. So let's start with the DNA structure. So DNA contains deoxyribose, a 5-carbon sugar. This sugar is called deoxy because it lacks one oxygen atom at the 2' end position, which is marked in red. So the reason why deoxy lacks one oxygen atom at the 2' position, which is marked in red, because DNA is designed for long-term information storage. So the absence of an oxygen atom in deoxyribose makes DNA less reactive and more stable, protecting the genetic code over time. So the phosphate group, a hydrogen phosphate ion is attached to the 5' carbon of the sugar. This forms the DNA backbone. So DNA has 4 nitrogenous base, 4 types, which are adenine, a purine, thymine, a pyrimidine, guanine, a purine, and cytosine, a pyrimidine. And these are the possible nucleotides in DNA depending on the base attached. The possible nucleotides are deoxyadenosine monophosphate or adenine, deoxyguanosine monophosphate or guanine, deoxycytidine monophosphate or cytosine, and deoxythymidine monophosphate or thymine. So let's proceed to the RNA structure. So RNA contains ribose, a 5-carbon sugar with an oxygen atom at the second position. So RNA's sugar or its ribose is more reactive, aligning with its temporary and versatile roles and cellular processes. So same as DNA, the phosphate group forms part of the DNA backbone. So RNA also has 4 types of nitrogenous bases, but with one key difference. Adenine, same as DNA, uracil replaces thymine. Uracil replaces thymine in RNA because uracil requires less energy to synthesize. The RNA's role, such as protein synthesis and regulation, do not require long-term stability of thymine. And then guanine, also same as DNA, cytosine, same as DNA. So they only differ in one base. And the possible nucleotides in RNA are adenosine monophosphate, adenine, guanosine, monophosphate, guanine, cytidine, monophosphate, cytosine, and uridine, monophosphate, or uracil. This is the primary structure of a DNA, which I already explained earlier, and then this is the ribonucleic acid. So they differ in one base, which is the uracil because it replaces thymine, and then also has its phosphate group, and the ribose doesn't lack an oxygen. So to summarize, these are the key difference between DNA and RNA. So the DNA sugar is deoxyribose and RNA is ribose, and their bases are adenine, thymine, guanine, cytosine, and DNA, and RNA is adenine, uracil, guanine, and cytosine. DNA is a double-stranded and RNA is single-stranded structure. In terms of stability, DNA is more stable and RNA is less stable, and DNA functions in storing genetic information, and RNA helps in protein synthesis. So that's all for my report. Thank you for watching and listening. I hope you learned something from my report. Thank you.